Hello again. I'm having a little play today. It's the 11th of April. Really windy outside. It's raining on and off, but now the sun's come out. Typically, it was boiling hot in the week. Today it's like 12 degrees. So I'm having a little play today with one of the CD60 trays, the Charles Dowding ones. I just want to see how seeds get on in these small compartments, because they are quite small, and I'm going to try some different seeds, some long ones, some pelleted ones, some tiny ones. I'm going to plant them all exactly the same. Obviously I've got some lobelia. I won't be tucking them into the compost, and I'm going to cover the whole thing with vermiculite and just see how each seed performs in this tray. I've never used them before. I thought I'd treat myself to one because they're sturdy, they'll last for donkey's years, and I do like the design of the bottom where you can poke the plugs out, and obviously they'll take up water better like that as well because the holes are quite a good size. So I've got one of them. I'm going to have a little plate. I'm going to put 5 different seeds in this, 2 rows of each. That'll give me 60 plants, or will it? But we'll see. So we'll fill it up with some sieved compost, get some seeds in, and hopefully in a couple of weeks we can see how it's performing. So there we have our tray. As you can see, the bottom, it's got the bigger holes in it, but these are really sturdy trays. I think these are about £7, £7.85, something like that each. They come from Container Wise. But I do like the look of these, and I just want to see how they work. So, sieved compost. I sieved this a minute ago, just to save faffing about. And I assume with these you need to push the compost down quite a bit to keep it firm in these holes, otherwise it's just all going to flake out the bottom. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to push it down with my fingers, to be honest, and then top it up again. And hopefully it won't fall out the bottom. Yep, my door's just flown open. Let me just shut the door. I don't want the wind coming through here. There we go. Hopefully that should do. It does look nice in the tray, if that's the thing. Well, it's all at the bottom. So let's get on. Seed number 1 is going to be some more dahlias, black forest. I've got some of these on the go already, germinated really well. So I'm going to pop some of these in. Let's have a look. Well, I'm just going to pop them in anyway, like I say. In fact, I'm going to water this first. Give it a nice drink. So we're nice and moist. Right, so dahlia. That wind is awful. Again, why is the wind always awful? I'm wearing my old glasses because I broke my others. I can't get an appointment until the 25th. So I can't see very well because these are about 4 years old. Right, there's 10 of those. In fact, instead of boring you, what I'll do, I'll tell you what I'm sowing. So 10 of those dahlias. I'm going to sow some Wilco Marigold Orange Boy. These are old seeds, had these a while. I'm going to sow some Cosmos Rubenza. I think these are featured in another video. They're red ones. I'm going to sow some Lobelia, which is pelleted. And some more Durango Red Marigolds, which are also pelleted. I don't know if that's focusing, to be honest. So what I'll do, I'll pop these on instead of you sitting there watching me do it all, and then I'll bring you back when they're all on the surface. So there we have it, 5 sets of seeds, 12 of each. Dahlia Black Forest, Marigold Orange Boy, Cosmos Rubenza, Marigold Durango Red, and Lobelia Cascade. Obviously with the Lobelia they're tiny, so they've got a tiny little pinch of seeds. Wow, the wind. Tiny little pinch of seeds in. All the others are single seeds. So I'm just going to cover these with vermiculite. Some of them do better with compost on top, some of them do better with nothing on top. So I'm just covering all of it with vermiculite, and we'll see what happens. I mean, they'll probably all germinate at different times, but the good thing with this tray is you can just poke the plugs out and leave the rest to do their thing. In theory. So we'll see if this new tray works for me. I mean, it's good for saving space, I suppose. Look at that, I've literally just run out of vermiculite and I need a tiny bit more. Let's get a drop more. There we go. See, the wind's even blowing through the window. I've got the vent open, the window open, and it's blowing all my vermiculite everywhere. So there we go. We'll see what happens. I'll give that a little watering in. Stick it in the greenhouse. Not in the greenhouse, should we say. I nearly dropped my vermiculite. I dropped my compost last week. We'll stick it in the garage, stroke grow room, on the heat, and see what happens. I'm assuming these are going to dry out really quick because there's hardly any compost in these modules. So I'll have to keep my eye on it. But I'll put it in a tray so I can just pop some water in the bottom and it can take the water up from the bottom. There we go, guys. 60 flowers in one tray. Let's see what happens. So that's them safely in the grow room garage. See how they get on. I've been spending more dollar. I needed some 1 litre pots because the ones I've got a little bit too small and not quite a litre, and I've only got 4 or 5 of these. I need some bigger pots for the onions. And I came across a site and the pots are an absolute bargain. These are the pots and these are 1 litre pots, but they're not the they're not these horrible things that split on you. These are decent pots, and these are nursery pots. You can tell because they've got the splits around the edges where they put the plant labels. Really, really rigid. These will last for years. And I got these from a company called Brookside Nurseries. They have got a website, but if you go on eBay and look for 1 litre pots, Brookside Nurseries comes up and they sell them on eBay. I got a box of 100 for £12.99. With postage, come to about 18 quid. So these pots work out just over 17p each, and they're really sturdy, strong pots. They'll last for years. So there's a little shout out there for Brookside Nurseries, because these are an absolute bargain. So if anyone's out there looking for 1 litre pots, have a look at that site on eBay, because these are an absolute bargain in my opinion. 100 for 18 quid, 17p something each. You know, if you work out, take the postage off, it's like 13 quid for 100. So there you go, there's a little shout out for Brookside Nurseries. If you're looking for pots, grab some of them, because they're brilliant, value for money. Right, Marigold Durango Red. So these few weeks ago, they've been in the on the heat under the lights. True leaves coming now. There's 1 or 2 not got the true leaves yet, but I sowed 8 and I've got 8 nice healthy looking plants, I think. So I'm going to pop these on, and that frees me up another tray. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these plants, to be honest. Anyway, multi-purpose, bit of charge, not sieved. No need to sieve it. And to be fair, marigolds are quite forgiving plants. Right. Before I put a hole in that, we'll dig one out and see what kind of hole I'm going to need. Let's go in here. So I look at the roots. Let's take a bit of that off. Yeah, not bad. I ain't going to need a big hole for that. So go a bit deeper with these, they're quite forgiving. Quite a bit deeper in that one. Oh, there you go, that'll be fine. Marigold Durango Red, beautiful. Do one more. There we go. Yeah, nice little plants. Grow light is definitely a good investment. It's certainly helped me out this year, because we're still getting cold nights, so it's definitely helped me out this year. That's a bit better. I'll pop them on, stick them in the water bath. There they all are, basking in the sunlight in a water bath with a few Rapunzel tomatoes at the back. These are the red Midnight Roma tomatoes, looking okay, picked up. Condors breaking surface, Brussels sprouts, and still got the coleus under there. Not growing very quick, but they're growing. These are the Cosmos Tangos, potted on, looking really nice. So pretty pleased with the seed progress this year, guys. Everything seems to be working. Touch wood, let's hope it continues. So I also got a little prezzy. I got sent some long carrot seeds from Elaine over at Allotment Joy. She sent me them in a nice little Easter card with a little lamb on it. Beautiful. And I've got 3 different seeds in here. I've got a long pointed exhibition, a long carrot Manpakuji, and a Foster's carrot Cascade F1. So 3 different types. Thank you very much, Elaine. Really do appreciate that. And I'm going to choose one of these and set some away in one of my long tubes that I'll put in the corner of the big bed. So, and we see how we get on. I still need to organise some other places to grow long roots, because I've just got nowhere to do it. So anyway, I'm going to set some of these away, Elaine. Wish me luck, and thank you very much. So I've had really good success with the carrot box. As you can see, we've got a piece of polycarb sheet on the top. I've got a small bit of pipe through the middle just to let a little bit of air flow in, and a couple of bricks just to stop the wind. But my thinking behind this is what it does, it creates a mini greenhouse really, so it helps keep the moisture in, but it also lets the light through. So I've had pretty good germination this year doing it this way. Normally I have to re-sow a few of the stations, but pretty remarkable this year. I'll bring you in and show you the results. Now, I think these were sown 3 weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago. So I'll bring you in and show you. So as you can see, I've got 15 stations in total and 100% germination. I've got at least 2, if not 3 seeds come up in every single station, which is pretty good going. It was fresh seed, but as you can see, we're away. So these need thinning out now. Leave the best one in. So yeah, pretty impressed with that this year. So I think the polycarp definitely helps. So there's 2 ways you can thin out. You can literally pull out the weaker seedling, or you can snip it off at the surface. What I tend to do is, if they're really close together, I'll snip them off. That way there's less chance of damaging the one you're keeping. And if they're not close together, I'll just lift it out gently. The only dilemma I have is when you've got 2 really good seedlings, or 3 in some cases, in the same station, which one do you keep? So I always go for the one in the centre. Just makes logical sense to me. So I've got a few here. Excuse me, I can thin out. This one, they're not too close together, so I'm simply going to lift that one out. And always discard these, ideally into a bucket of water or something, or straight in the bin, because the smell of pulling that out is going to attract the carrot root fly at some point. So I'll just do a few of these. Leave the rest for another week. We should be good. So there we have it. Lots of jobs done today. Some of them you'll see on next week's video, because this has been filmed over a couple of weeks, to be fair. So yeah, I've potted up a lot of the onions, the big onions. I've done loads of potting up of the tomatoes, the melope, just tons of stuff potted up. But you don't want to see me pricking out and potting up all the time, so I haven't videoed all that. Everything else is doing well. Potatoes are doing well. I've had to put stuff outside now and move it to the other greenhousey grow tent kitey thing. So yeah, running out of space, and I've not even started my sweet corn, my beans, tender stuff yet. Only the tomatoes, but they'll be fine. So yeah, it's sweet corn, cucumbers and beans will be the next thing I'll be sowing. Probably next week, week after, when I've got a bit of space in here. So anyway, enjoy the sun while it's out, guys, wherever you are. Thanks to everyone for viewing. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing. It is free, and I'll see you next week.